All good.
Okay.
Insert PlayStation loading sounds.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Spinoff Adventures Other Siders. And like last time, on the last episode of Other Siders, what happened, y'all?
I killed someone.
You killed a few someones, actually.
I
Oh,
only killed one.
Well, yeah, that's right. You reaction murdered him. I think you just touched him and he died.
hmm.
Yeah. I didn't think it was
Yeah,
gonna
he
be
was
that
a
high.
look. He was a bit of a pansy, all right. Don't worry, it wasn't your fault.
God
Well,
damn it.
I basically just banged on their bumps and made them their pants as I just proved to be very intimidating. Um,
Yeah, as if they didn't
and
realize that upon walking through the door. Also,
yeah,
Yeah,
they
no,
kept
for real.
apparently.
also they kept asking for money. We don't have that on the. I don't know why they kept asking for something like that.
It's
I
like,
guess they attacked out of
Yeah,
frustration.
I
there's
think,
a good chance.
much, I think. Yeah. Okay. And you just hear the background, give me your fucking money! In the background. So yeah, so some guys basically were like, we robbing you, but like everybody's like no. And there was a fight going on. After the fight, they won. And then some police women stepped in, and be like, yeah, yo, we're investigating this crime scene because of someone basically told on this.
There was a loud noise complaint.
Yeah. So you guys met Kaiser, red-haired, human-like woman, and a blonde woman named Arlen.
I
And
believe they were sisters, right?
yeah, they were sisters. Um, After all that ordeal, they left. They got some food, I think, and they went on their merry way. And it was at this point, the there was a cleanup of the shop of the not shop of the tavern.
Oh yeah, Odd cleaned it up real good.
Yeah.
Got a nat 20 on that cleanup.
Mm-hmm.
Hilarious.
And eventually, the workers from the tavern be like, "Hey, it's closing time," so they pretty much went home one by one.
Hmm.
And Odd had a talk with Eterna, the bartender, about his leave, or at least at the moment, and
Yep.
her being in charge of things. And she
Yeah, possible sabbatical.
and she accepted. So we are now where everybody is basically already falling asleep. Everybody has a long
Yeah,
rest. Hmm?
Ogress went out after everyone had left. Went out. Odd locked the doors, and then he just followed a silver bird that made an awkward laugh into an alleyway, and just waited to see if anyone would rob him. And then no one did, so he just went to sleep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, it is. Ah, hold on. As you it's after some time, 8 hours or so, long rest and whatnot. It is slowly starting to begin to be morning, and Ograst, I would say, how would you wake up?
So, yeah, I'm just in an alleyway, probably not the best part of town. I'm just gonna wake up with my hands ready in a fist as I wake up, as I shake off the morning tiredness.
Okay, let me just tone this down a bit.
Mhm.
So it's morning, and you wake up. As you wake up, give me a perception really quick while you're like waking up.
Perception.
Yes, please.
What did I roll? I
A
napped
nat
one.
one.
Oh god.
Oh, off to a great start. You don't see anything, but
And I still got the crust in my eyes. I haven't
yes,
gotten that out yet.
yes. And eventually you basically wake up and you notice that there's you as you kind of like wipe off the crust in your eyes. Instead of wiping your face, there's something furry on your face.
Can
Oh
I
lord.
animal handling this? As I assume it's like a street cat.
Yeah, you can handle that. This.
All right, cool. Uh,
Alright.
14. He's just gonna go good kitty, kitty. As I
you
try like rubbing it that.
you it doesn't feel like a cat's fur. But look closely. It's actually a raccoon on your face.
Ah, trash panda. We're
It
friends now. We're gonna have soft tacos tonight.
it kind of like stares at you like they're like, huh? And basically goes on your head instead and starts to basically like sit there.
Hmm.
Starts to look for
Yeah.
food in your hair.
I'm gonna pull out a ration from my bag and just give it to it.
It's gonna be like slowly like reach over it usually raccoons do, and then snatch it
Hmm.
and snatch it and just starts to like nom it.
And it's just eating on the top of my head.
Yeah, all the crumbs on top of your head.
Yeah, I can live with that.
All right.
I'm just gonna let it stay there as I continue walking to where I'm assuming we're meeting up.
Yeah. So, where are you gonna meet up? While our grass slowly goes up and heads over. Meanwhile, with Odd, um, the tavern. As you wake up, what do you do?
Ah, ah, uh, okay, well, it's still early, so I guess I gotta start doing all the normal morning routines. I'm gonna miss being able to do this a little bit more often. Well, now the time often is actually gonna be a little bit less now. It's not gonna be a bit busy. Huh, okay, cool. Slaps his face real quick. All right, let's get to it.
Alright.
So he'll start just going around the place, making sure all the tables and everything are all set up.
And
Do quick little inventory check. And then afterwards, he's gonna go ahead and get himself cleaned up with a nice old-fashioned bath slash shower. Are there showers in this time period or in this universe?
yeah, they're showers. They're
Okay, he
showers.
will go ahead to take a shower. Is there? I imagine there is a shower somewhere in this tavern for like employees and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. There is. And as you're getting ready for the day, you hear like little like unlock of the door, and you kind of like hear Eterna like voice be like, "I'm here, morning," and you just hear some footsteps and some shifting of the bar a bit from downstairs.
Oh no, I did not think she was gonna show up this early this morning. Uh, hold on. Isn't it 6? He looks at the clock. What time is it actually?
It's if you look at the clock, it's like 9 a.m. already.
Oh my god.
Um,
What I oversleep that hard. He thinks. Oh wait, that's right. I killed someone.
oh no. And kind of like so you realize that Hi.
Okay, so I don't think he carried his clothes with him to the shower because he didn't expect people to show up this early, or what he thought was so early. So now he has to avoid going through the whole tavern with a towel and a shower cap.
Okay. You head downstairs with uh with a towel, right?
Mm-hmm. So,
It
okay.
Eterna has her sunglasses on. She looks at you like they're like she's like you see like the drow elf kind of like raise his eyebrow a little bit, then shrugs, unfazed. Hey, boss.
Hi, I did not think you were gonna be here this early. At least I thought it was early until I looked at the clock.
Uh,
Just give me a moment to as you get properly dressed.
got it.
So he goes off.
Everything's already set up in the kitchen and everything right now, so just give me a second.
And just goes off to get dressed.
Okay. You go off and do that. Here in her Eterna basically shift base trying to like set the glasses um and then Eterna just like shouts, Ignacio will be here in like 2 hours. Uh, so
Oh yeah, what's the hold up?
he said he was gonna drop his kids to school.
Okay, cool. That's great. Wait, why do they have school so late?
Uh, you know, it's before school. It's like before little school, elementary years, kind of like preschool.
I guess, but normally don't those classes start around now?
Mm, normally, but you know how Ignacio is. He could be a little bit late sometimes, but he does his work.
Oh, yeah, I suppose he does.
Okay.
There's no harm in that. Okay.
So he pretty much got dressed and he's packed up his backpack and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Okay. Uh, I think I have everything that I need. All right.
Mhm.
And since it's like 9, I should probably get started to go over that meeting spot.
So he heads downstairs.
Mhm. You head downstairs.
Okay. All right. Uh, I think I got everything I need. Um, well, I guess this is the start of your first official day as being the boss.
And she's like, yeah, here so, and she kind of looks at Odd. Just be safe out there, okay?
I will try my I'll try my darndest. I'll try it. Uh, before I forget,
He just pulls out a list.
this is a list of the emergency contact numbers that you can go ahead and write down. They're not numbers per se, but they're more so like locations you go to in case we need to get some things. This is the key to the establishment. Well, the spare
Mhm.
key,
Mhm.
and also let's see. Am I missing anything else? Oh, the garden out back. It might need to be uh, there might be some more lemons that need to be harvested and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Trying to think, is there anything else need to be taken care of? No, the beef has been fed. The chickens are okay. Uh, that's fine. I think you got everything under control.
She like writes out like the stuff that you just like said and like listed. You're like, okay, got it.
All right, cool. So, uh, like I said, I won't be gone for too long unless I have to be out of ship. But if I'm gonna be out of town, I'll make sure to stop by here to let you know ahead of time. Okay?
Right, for sure. Um, and she's like, oh, before you leave, she's basically ruffles through like her coat and eventually finds it and she kind of like goes and has her hands cupped together, hands it over to Odd, and and then opens her palm, and there she's like, it's basically a kind of like a shield shaped um, emblem uh, with like the symbol of a spider, and just hands it over to Odd, be like, here, this is for a good luck charm.
A good luck charm?
Yeah, I
Uh, wow. I never actually received one of these before. Does it actually work?
it works
Let's stay here.
when it wants to.
Well, it just doesn't work it doesn't work always. It just when is it sentient?
No, no, you know how sometimes magic can be fickle at times.
Don't remind me. What?
I meant just nods at the emblem. Anyway,
Okay. Well, if you think it works and whatnot, I'll gladly take it. Do I just pin it on my shirt or something, or like how does it work?
here I just basically grabs it and it kind of like there's like a little like pin on the back, and puts it like on like your t-shirt. Here you go.
It kind of makes me feel like a Boy Scout.
Well, I guess you
Oh,
could say
I have
that.
an idea.
Hmm?
He takes it off and then instead he puts it on puts it on his hat instead.
It is fine. Yes. And she was like, even better.
No, I'm not that much of a Boy Scout. Oh, speaking of which, I actually gotta get ready to go.
For
The
sure.
meetup spots is coming up soon, and can't afford to be too late this time. All right, good luck. Take care,
All right.
and hopefully, I'll see you when I see you. Okay?
All right. Um, waves goodbye to you.
And out leaves the establishment.
Yes. Okay. So, where would you guys want to meet? Let's.
While we're meeting up, can Ogras proceed to continue feeding it to get animal handling advantage?
Yeah, we can do that.
Alright, cool.
Alright.
I guess the ideal meeting spot to eventually go towards like the Emerald Lions headquarters will probably be like the town center.
Alright.
So go towards like the town center, and then
Mhm.
from there meet up with other members of the Emerald Lions and Augurast and our other candidates, and be like, all right, cool. I guess the gang is all here, and then we just head over to the headquarters.
Alright.
That's my guess.
So you meet up at the central square. As Ograst. You you feed it. You basically handle the raccoon. Is basically getting comfy with you. Getting comfy with you, but it's asking you for more food.
I just keep on breaking off pieces and feeding it.
Nice. So you do that. Um, as you do that, since I don't have the map for the city yet, but I will eventually.
Yeah,
Um,
never mind. It's okay.
theater of the mind. Alright. And you guys walk to the square, to the center of the city. Can both of you give me a perception check.
Okay.
Alright, here, this is where the bad rolls breaks. Because I have not been rolling that great up to this point.
Mhm.
Damn. Polar opposites. I got a nat 20 on mine.
There we go, I rolled a 12. This time it's not lower than a 10, because I've just been rolling lower than a 10 each time.
Dang.
I even got two nat 1s already, one of which was neglected because of advantage, but you know.
Mhm.
17.
All right, 17, and I had to refresh this page.
Nat 20.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you guys head over, Grass can see there's like a lot of people. Like there's like a lot of people around at this time of day. basically bobs and weaves through the town, um, alleyways, marketplaces. Um, you notice there's a lot of elves here.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of elves in the city. Um, and with this like green tinted like buildings. And you could tell they're made of emerald. Um, and as you walk through, uh, you notice Odd, and Odd notices right away Ograst with a raccoon on his head. And you guys are passing
Real
by the
fancy
city.
birds.
Oh, hey, Gabo! Oh, Chris?
Yeah,
There's a raccoon on your head.
his name is Grumash.
The raccoon.
Is it because he's grooming your hair?
No, it's an orc name.
Oh.
Is the orc name because he grooms people's hair?
No, he leaves crumbs in it.
As you say that, the raccoon basically finishing up a ration. He looks up at the Odd, tilts his head, and then keeps on eating again.
Neat. Has he always been with you, or is this like a recent friend?
I found him in the alleyway. I was looking for people to rob me so I could show them the error of their ways. Instead, I found my companion, Grumash.
Wait, why would you want to look for people to rob you? Isn't that
So I
that?
can show them the errors of their ways. He just paddles the red stick in his hand.
Well, wouldn't it have been better just to find someone getting robbed and do that?
Because I can handle myself.
And
So you'd rather save yourself than save someone else that's getting robbed?
Rather that someone else wasn't getting robbed.
Right.
So I couldn't really see anything last night. I had to have a silver bird guide me.
Wait, Silverbird.
Yeah,
and you just
Did it?
you
The,
just you just
where did that come from? That's weird.
no idea, but he was laughing all the way, so you know.
laughter.
Laughing like bird laugh or laughter like mocking human laugh?
Do we all of a sudden just hear?
Yeah. Yes. Actually, no. Like, as you look up at the sky, there's this silver bird just like randomly flying in the air.
Like that.
I feel like it's mocking us.
We can all make like. Can we make an insight check on the laughter?
Yes. Yeah, you can make the inside check on the
Yeah, I'm
laughter.
gonna.
Oh, 8.
You
13
can't-
and an 8.
okay, so Odd can't tell. Though he thinks it's a weird, mockingbird. Mockingbird. Uh,
Mhm.
Augusto kind of like knows that it's an Aarakocra, basically.
Yeah. Alright. So could I just describe to myself how he would perceive this?
Yes. Go
How
ahead.
you- Alright. So yeah. So he looks deep into this bird's eyes as it's flying around. He notices it's an Aarakocra, and he knows this isn't initially a mocking laughter. It just seems to be covering something up, and it's not really sure what.
As you guys are mulling that over, you guys hear a familiar voice. That's a bird. It's you look over and it's little goblin Kara by herself.
Uh,
It's a
uh,
bird.
yeah, it is. It's a bird folk. I do believe. I don't know. He seems a little something. Not really sure why. He seems to be hiding it. Anyways, how are you doing, little Kara?
Ah, I, just you know, uh, going to. Well, I went to a shop and just saw you guys' and I was like, oh look, bird. Uh, and you just see basically a green goblin with part like you know purple hair and teal eyes and about 2 to 3 feet. I had to just describe it to Emran, by the way.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. What you end up shopping for?
And she kind of like her eyes basically sparkle, and she takes out what looks like to be like a fancy-ish rod, uh like kind of like like a stick made out of bone, and there's like 7 like gemstones on it, like, and like on top there's like a little like piece, and it's like this thing. I don't know what it does, but I can bonk people with it.
Uh,
Yes, a sturdy staff, the most best of weapons. Proceeds to tap staff to staff.
she does. She also she's like tapping the staff with yours as well, like staff buddies.
I see.
Mhm.
Uh,
Hold on. Can I make an arcane check on that staff that Kara has?
Yeah, you can.
We just see the raccoon slide its hands against each other as it continues eating.
Yeah,
Also
it's
an 8.
an 8. You can definitely, well, from the 8, you could tell that there's something magical about it. Not you don't sure what though.
uh, you use a magical stick to bonk things?
It's a magical stick.
Uh, well, I do feel a little something off of it. It feels kind of like magic-y. I can't really describe it because I don't really know how to describe it, but it like I can sense something off of that, whereas I can't sense something off of Ogre's stick.
The name's Ograst.
Yeah, all
That's
grass.
what I said. That's what I said. Ogre's.
Ogurst.
It ends in rast.
You Ograst. And
Oh,
oh,
oh, grass.
it's like ogre, but instead of the it's the ast in the end. Ograst.
But you got to make sure to pronounce the T at the end of that.
Mhm.
Okay, I will make sure to try to remember that. But yeah, I can't feel anything off of that stick.
Yeah, my stick is just a very sturdy stick passed down through my lineage. Proceeds to do a little twirl and then bonks the ground.
The hooded elf in the shop told me that was a special stick, but can't sense any magic from it though. But apparently can. And then bonks the goes and jumps up and bonks the raccoon with it. Back.
No, not the raccoon.
The raccoon gets bonked slightly. It gets irritated and physically goes and jumps for Kara's face. Oh god!
Oh
Yeah,
no.
please do not mess with Groomarsh. Groomarsh is new to people. Proceeds to crumble a few food crumbs into my hair to try to get him to get back.
Alright, give me another animal handling.
All right, is it an advantage for his food?
Yes, gets food, yes. Oh,
27. Here are the high rolls.
hell yeah! Ego Glen Coco. Alright, so. Alright, so. The raccoon looks at the food and the eyes kind of boogle more and be like, oh! And it just jumps on back to Algrass's head. You just see Car's like face got a little bit of scratches. Ouchies. And
Are you okay, Kara?
ah, just a scratch. Look, the raccoon. Sorry.
Can I add raccoon as a pet for Ogress sheet?
Yeah, just put in the extras and put if you can find raccoon. If not, just put in your notes. So
Cat is the closest thing to a raccoon on here.
oh yeah, I guess put the cat in the extras and then
Hmm.
rename it raccoon.
I'm gonna rename it Grumash Raccoon.
Yes, and you guys are sitting there. It's like a little bit busy, and then you hear well actually give me perception as well as you look around and stuff. And,
Both of us.
mhm.
10.
10.
All right, yeah. Let me roll perception.
Mhm,
That's
mhm, mhm. Okay, easy enough.
11.
Easy enough. You see a tuft of like brown red hair, which you're familiar with, and a tall red dragonborn. Walk towards basically looking around, and they see uh the eye contact basic we were trying to they find you guys. They're like, ah, and then the dark dragonborn Thrash is like, found them. I found them. I found them. Come on, come on, Rena. And basically carries Rena like on his shoulders. 'Cause she's a dwarf.
Ah,
Oh,
yes. Oh, yeah.
And he's like, yeah, glad I found you. And Kara, she just left in the from the shop. Kara, I told you not to run off the places. And basically, like, Thresh walks over you guys and like drops Rena next to Kara. Sorry, I got excited. I got stick though. It's
a
interesting.
very nice and powerful stick.
Hmm. I couldn't tell since I don't do magic. Neither does Thresh. So.
Yeah, there's definitely something special about that stick. Whoever sold it to you were not, well, they weren't lying about it.
Mhm.
I have Grumash as I point to the raccoon on my head.
Thresh is like, huh. Goes and carries the raccoon. The raccoon resists, and he just puts it back down on Ogress's head. Raccoon does not like me.
You probably need to give it food.
Yeah.
It does respond well to food.
Very well, apparently.
Right.
And Rena's like, so yeah, just says, good morning, good morning. Sorry for the whole confusion.
No, no confusion. That's perfectly fine. We just need to, well, now that we're here, we just need to group up with, I guess, the others that are about to head over to the guild, the Emerald Lions Guild.
Ah, yes. It's a little bit of a little bit from here, like about 10 to 20 minute walk. If we're actually about to head over there.
Oh, sweet. So, do you think you can kind of just lead us over there? That way we won't end up getting lost?
Sure, why not? We could walk you through, give you a tour.
Great, appreciate it.
hmm And then you guys Irina leads the party into to around the city of Laurelin, passing by um uh, elves, mainly a lot of elves. There's some dwarves, and from all kinds, passing by. Um, you see a few vendors. You see basically people like kind of like practicing a little bit of the magic and stuff, and As you're passing through, uh, can you guys give me another give me one a perception check for like what guys you're like
Yep.
going into this crowd and
22.
ooh,
I got a 12.
all
One
right,
better than the last perception.
okay. So it's 11:22. So all you guys kind of like there's like whispers here and there, um, but nothing too major. But although kind of like tunes in to like there's this like rumors and talks about this there's two things that are being talked about. One of them is this wonderful wizard. Um, they uh they're like, oh, have have you met the great wizard? Wizard Lorland? Like, no, I have not yet. I mean, I've heard he's got a tough audience. I don't know, there's this things are going on strange lately, and well, they've been absent for a few days and come back. That's what I've heard. Don't know what's going on. But I'm pretty sure they got it covered. I think. And the other person's like, I do hope so. Um, and then the other thing is that you hear about this um there's this like kind of like a um there's this some sort of there's like a myth of a everlasting magical tree um
Mm-hmm.
that can be kind of like summoned for kind of like summoned called what's called Yggdrasil and
Oh,
and they're talking about this mythological or this legendary uh name a tree's name. At the same time, there's this one thing that's also mentioned that kind of like the whispers are mentioning that in the city is that something about there's this relic called the Clive Solish. Um,
Clive Solish.
hmm and it's kind of like rumored to uh basically come from the stars, and this it's very mysterious relic of kind of like great importance as you're like going through this and you hear all this information.
Oh, there's a lot of talks here and there.
Oh no. I'm paying attention to Grumach.
Pretty kind of like it's basically kind of like do the whole raccoon clicking sound.
Well, nothing. It's just the bystanders are doing their bystander thing of just talking about random daily events and whatnot, and I'm gonna pick up a couple things here and there.
Hmm. Um.
Apparently, there was one thing, something about a great wizard named Orland. I don't quite know. It was kind of hard to hear.
Mhm.
It sounds like Orland,
Mhm.
but yeah. Apparently, he has he's not easy to please, but I think he might have went missing, or someone of importance that he knows of went missing.
Mhm.
You guys wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Uh. The Rena is like well, you that sounds like the great wizard of Lorelin. No, they usually not much. They just like come and go whenever they please, and so they help this city greatly prosper and grow. Uh, them don't know
Are they
where
particular?
they're. Hmm?
Are they particularly nice wizards?
It's what people are telling. Yeah. Normally I don't go into that whole magical stuff since I'm not inclined with to magic and stuff. Either is Thresh, but Kara does looks over Kara. Kara's like looks at blinkingly at you guys is I'm magic. I'm magical.
Yes,
Is
yes, you are.
Grumach magical? I just look up at Grumach, see if he has any magical powers.
You look up and you say that, and Gramash is uh kind of like blink, stare, and tilt its head, and then basically vigorously shakes their head.
The funniest thing, and this thing just casted create food and water. But yeah, no, we just have a normal raccoon. Oh, that answers that.
Yeah, you just see Kara basically do a little flurry of like the hands and stuff, and like right next to Gurumash, I guess she's short, so she's like above her a little bit. She does the
Mhm.
whole waving of the hand, and there's water floating in the air. Wee! Drink of the fountain. Grimash blinks, stares, and then shrugs and tries to drink from the water. Animal handling for Kara.
He'd also try to wash his food because raccoons love doing that.
Mhm.
They drink the water, but they're basically they want to like go ahead and scratch Kara at the same time, but they're trying to hold back. But they're drinking the water. Um, and Kara stops and uh, then he's like, well, uh,
All right. Well, that answers that about the wizard.
mm-hmm, yes. She nods. She's like, well, I'm pretty sure there's I'm pretty sure there's magic users at the Emerald Lions base. Uh, oh, and did you know that the Emerald Lions was first as she like walks with you guys? Did you know that the Emerald Lions was first established by like two mages? Hello.
Well, I wouldn't know about that. I'm more of a martial kind. Continues to move the stick around and twirls it fashionably.
Thresh basically goes with you. It basically does the whole take out his Buster sword and also does the whole twirlies as they're walking. And then let's say about 10 more minutes pass. You guys are walking and there's you guys reach upon like this little like tiny mount hill with like steps and up above that mountain is it's a little bit of the outskirts of the city, but it's up there's mountain and there's like a complex about a two-story complex. And uh, Rena's like, this is the yeah, we're here. And kind of like look up the steps, looks over at the party. I present to you the Emerald Lions HQ, she says.
Mm, this looks pretty cool.
Mm.
So what exactly? I know you like to preserve magical items. What are your stances on magical raccoons? I know he's not magical now, but who knows?
uh, Rena's like, as long as they don't hinder people, and sure. Thrash kind of like
Yeah,
looks at the raccoon. He's fine. I like magical raccoons.
yeah, I'm sure he won't hinder anyone as long as you give him your lunch.
Though there might be some other people, not Emerald Lions, that don't like magic at all. Of any kind, and they will like to eradicate magic from its existence from this
Uh,
from our world. So
Look, I'm no magical individual, but that's a bit harsh, don't you think? I mean, honestly, magic is quite its own upper hands, even against martial classes like me. Like, did you know that I can grab a bullet in midair, but I can't even shoot back a fireball? Isn't that insane? That
uh
being said, I can 100% dodge a fireball. Or at least I should be able to. The elders of my orc clan did it all the time.
mhm. I see.
It's a 7th level skill, and I'm only 5th level.
And uh Thresh is like, "Oh, I'm interested in this monastery. Um like where are you from? From Mount Monastery wise."
It's not really much a monastery. It's an orc tribe that took up the teachings of of a monastery. An orc once went off to go join a monastery years ago, probably centuries at most.
Mm.
Went after a monastery, left to do his journeys and started an orc tribe, and eventually we grew from there.
Huh. All right. And kind of like pats Orgrass's back with his big draconic hand,
Hmm.
and Rena's like slowly goes up the steps and be like, shall we go? We should go, shall we? And just goes and just slowly like descends the steps. Um, at this point, Thresh kind of like grabs Kara and puts her on on his shoulders and uh nods at me like, all right, after. Um, I'll be in the rear in case shady people, you know, attack and stuff. I be guard, he says.
Ogress goes down the steps as well.
Okay.
What's up with Biggie? We cannot hear you if you are speaking.
Odd. Odd.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Okay, that explains it. I think I might have accidentally hit like a mute button on my microphone,
Yes.
but not
Mm.
in the but not in the Discord. It's weird.
Huh.
Yeah, because it wasn't showing up on Discord like at all.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Okay. Hold on.
Hmm?
Uh, Ogras, can you speak one more time?
Yeah, name's Ogress. I like beating people up with my red stick.
Okay, I just need to make sure because for some reason, I got to be careful with this thing because I think one of the headphones kind of went out.
Oh.
Mm.
But all right, but we're good now. So
Okay.
now it can be heard.
Technical
So
difficulties.
I was saying,
Mhm.
Wait, so the shady people are all the way out here, even though this is Emerald Lion's grounds?
Uh, they're like the petty assassins and whatnot. Um, be able to they're
Assassins?
uh Yeah, you see, there's a problem. Um, Basically, there's this faction. Um, it's weird. But like they're slowly being eradicated.
But there's still people out there that want bad things to happen to the Emerald Lions out of spite.
Pretty much, yeah. They don't like how we how her code is um and how we basically like to help people regardless of not reward or reward. Says Rena. She's like kind of like running up the stairs with Thresh and Kara in tow.
Well, that seems rather petty.
Yeah. I mean, who does it? Who does that? I mean, um, um,
Apparently, that message was changed.
hmm. Well, anyways, and then she's like, well, we've heard that the if you heard of the Bloodhawks and the Crimson Moons, they've been slowly dwindling. We've heard um something is happening in our neighborhood territory the Desia. Don't know what, but I'm glad you know these factions are you know
You
not
glad that
hmm?
the older factions that are having problems with us are kind of like the dwindling also the least that's issue for you guys?
Well, yeah. I mean they've been causing a lot of problems. Bloodhawks mainly. Uh, Crimson Moons mostly they just deal in Thesia. Um, but I've heard that there might be some movement. Don't know, but it's just from the grapevine, you know.
Uh, sure, sure. Movement in the grapevine. Grapevines move.
It's
Doing
a.
that.
I think that's a figure of speech. Says Thresh.
Beaches have figures.
Yes. Apparently.
Hmm. The more you know.
Who'd have thunk?
Mhm.
Oh, y'all mentioned something about uh relics or something like that.
Yes, yes. We dabble in relics. We uh, and then goes to explain. She says, "Well, uh, we find relics and we decide if it's dangerous. We destroy it. That's the main. It was the main goal. Or keep or basically seal it away.
Okay, but what if it's not dangerous? Like, what if it could be used for potentially good?
Well, if it's for the if it's for the greater good, yeah, uh, we don't mind. At least I don't mind.
Right. Okay. So, does the name Clive Solace ring a bell?
Uh, she was walking and she kind of like at the last step. She stops, pauses. Uh, then she kind of like looks back a bit. Uh, Give me an insight as you kind of like reading, going to read her face. Anybody that's there, give me a insight.
Yeah, roll myself.
All
Give me
right,
a second.
Mhm.
same.
Mhm.
I'll be using
Insight
Swedish.
25.
25.
That's medicine.
25.
Perception. Where's my? Here's insight.
All right.
I was about to roll a +5. 18. I rolled 10.
Okay. So, as she's looking at you, you see, there's that reconnection. At the same time, she's trying to like to hide that a bit, and she clears her throat. um, don't say that I haven't heard from. Uh, I've heard about it. Yeah, I've heard stories about it.
Okay, that makes sense because apparently people from down in the town were also talking about that too, but they were whispering about it for some reason. Something about some very powerful artifact of great importance. Don't know exactly what it does. They didn't really go into detail about it, but it was mentioned.
Well, she kind of like goes to the last step and kind of like sits like where there's a rock nearby, and she kind of like looks at everyone is basically trying to catch up, and she's like, yeah, there's legend has it that the Clive Soulish um can open up a special kind of world altering magic.
Oh,
Mm.
that sounds like a pretty big deal.
Yeah, but according to legend, one has to uh, find the 7 words that can unseal it.
It's like,
Dictionaries.
Well, it's more like how can I say it's not like the literal sense words. It's more the in the heart words, in the soul words. You know, it's something very philosophical. It appears to be. And shakes head.
Mm.
that seems weird.
Meditational words. Understood.
Yeah, it's legend has it that the last wearer uh well didn't really get to open the altering magic and went missing, and then looks at Kara has the the staff that she got like basically like on her back a little bit, like back with backpack and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She looks at her that she's like, Kara, how'd you get that? Kara's like, uh, I bought it from this hooded elf guy. Uh, um, see, I could whack people with it just to takes it out. It just kind of like lightly bonks Thirsh's head. Thirsh, basically he's um it doesn't affect him because he's he has a hard head.
Right.
Yeah, and he's like, see, and Rena kind of like raises her eyebrows a little bit. Uh, it looks weird. She shrugs. She's like, yeah, but I like it. It's shiny. And just goes and puts it away.
Huh. Guess she just likes shiny things. So I guess it works out.
Yeah, she nods. So then she like slowly like stands up and dusts herself a bit, and you guys basically see the two-story, I what you guess like a mansion complex, made out of
Mhm.
like like emeralds and amethyst and like that cool thing. And you see,
Green always goes well with purple.
yeah. Mhm. Uh,
Looking a little hulkish here.
yeah. So it's a two-story kind of like matching like emerald and amethyst, and there's some sapphire underneath. Um, and you see people coming like out of it, adventurers, people with like the emblem of the shield and the lion on in like the middle, the colors of like green and like brown, um and light brown, and
Hmm.
um
Very opulent.
yeah, very opulent. And so then Reno's like, well, here we are. Um, and
You know, I gotta say, this place is a really nice spot. I don't know what it is about the color, but it speaks to me.
and
Everyone's looking at the fact that Odd is in fact green, so when he sees green things, it's like, oh, that's neat.
that's neat. You just see like the odd version of where you know in the Simpsons Marge is like, huh, I think this is neat. Except it's odd.
Mhm.
Ogres, can Ogres roll a stealth? Just a passive stealth. He's not trying to hide, but he's trying to see if he's blending in with the green emeralds.
Okay. Go ahead and do that.
Ooh,
Oh damn. All right.
Oh,
You're basically passing through like basically you blend in with the emeralds and the gems.
this
Um
wasn't supposed to happen, but I'm also sort of glad he just hides in the room by stepping inside, and his green skin resembles that of the emeralds and just vanishes before everyone's eyes.
uh and basically you see you see a kind of like a girl like I think like 17 with like kind of like a little bit of the robes with the little like giant witch hat, um uh uh grabbing the one of the pillars where Orgrass is hiding, and accidentally like pats his chest. She looks up. Oh God! Ew!
oh,
She just like basically bolts away. God damn it!
Everyone just sees a floating raccoon at this point.
Bloody raccoon. What is that? Oh, it's a raccoon. It's a bloody raccoon. Is this a magical raccoon? Um don't think so. So there's like a little bit of like the yeah, people are oogling at the raccoon, and the fact that most of you are blending into into the colors.
Uh,
oh wow! So people just think that the raccoon is just floating
Yeah, a lot of people
by
are
the
like,
wall.
they're like, is that a raccoon floating? Is it either Russian? Is it a magical raccoon? Bro, what the heck?
and then it just all of a sudden they hear like from the basically the invisible void as the green emerald orc is just speaking in the green emerald room. His name is Grumash.
uh, oh my god. Give me a charisma check.
All
His
right.
name is
Uh,
Grumash.
yeah, just general charisma. All right, here you
Yeah, general charisma.
go. This is Net one.
Oh,
Why? Wow.
That's hilarious.
His name is Grumash. And like most of the people nearby, they're like, is the raccoon is the raccoon talking or is it the void talking? Who's there?
Uh, what do you mean who's there? I'm right here, Ogress. Ogress and Grumash, we are a pair.
They finally noticed Orgrass and Grimash, mostly Orgrass.
Mhm.
They're like, oh, it's an orc.
They
Huh?
they adjust their eyes to the half orc that's just been standing there this entire time.
His eyes are just like now visible to them now. Like oh, it's an orc. Wow, you blend into the emeralds themselves. Then looks over at Odd. Oh, you too.
Mm.
You just like see Rena kind of like a little bit face palming a little bit. Why? Uh, I guess I can't help it that you guys were born with green skin. It's fine. This is
I
fine.
mean, yeah, but I'm wearing like a bright red shirt and gray
I'm
overalls.
jealous.
Mhm. um, she's like, well, I guess a lot of people, uh, they don't see they only see the lots of the green. I guess I don't know. Shrugs and then Thrash is like, kind of like now in the background he's like bench pressing like a actual bench in the background.
Is that normal for him to do that?
Yeah, he does that for his training. And you see Kara on the bench too as well, like wee.
I see. Oh wait, that's right. That's what we're here for. So now that we're here, where do we start doing the whole initiation process to become part of like, well, I don't know. Oh, Grass, you said you're here just for work or something like that, right?
I'm just trying to get more combat against with more than just healing people.
Ah, that makes sense. So, who do we talk to get, I guess, enrolled or enlisted?
um, Rina's like, that'll be me.
Oh,
Um,
hello, sir.
that's Rena talking. She's like, oh, that's me. I am, I am head of this establishment.
Oh, okay, cool. So, what do we have to do to get instated and whatnot?
Well, kind of like scratches her head. Well, well, the main base, we do have like basically testing of someone's aptitude. Um,
Mm-hmm.
compared to the other base we have in the outskirts of Sandasu. They are more lax. We are a little and we are a little like not too rigid, but more like we do have you know a process. Mm. So she nods. She's like, so yeah, we could you go and have well basically give you like a test of how your abilities are. Um, and then afterwards we'll like hire you for a quest, and you'll be on board. Yes. Hello.
Yes, very well. Me and Grumash will try our best. He just puts out his hand to do like a high five with the raccoon.
Okay. And then raccoon kind of like looks confused for a bit, and basically just high fives the raccoon.
Mhm. I give him another piece of the rations.
And he basically he takes it like a raccoon does. Little like hand just like a quick grab. It just nibbles, and he's very content. Mm-hmm. And is Figgy okay? I mean, it's is Odd okay?
Hmm.
Yeah. So Rena nods at you guys, crosses her arms, and says, "So, if you guys want to, um,
All right. So, what's the first test?
test."
Well, I think before we do that, we should probably get acclimated to. Well, here's the first question: do we have to stay here to get acclimated with the test and everything, or is it kind of like you come here in the morning every day, and then we do a lesson, and then you go back home?
Well, we do have some dorms here. But if you're not comfortable with that, you could also go to wherever you're staying. So, we could accommodate for that.
All right, cool. So, what's our first series of tests?
Well, first off, let's see. I've seen you're a magic user and you are a melee user, so we are going to test your aptitudes uh, in this facility. So, yeah, if you like to follow me.
All right.
You just see Serge like in the yard with Kara in the background, um, and Rena kind of like goes and leads you inside. Um, you guys are being led in these like big open doors, green, and you step in. There's a grandiose like hall with like statues on the side. Um, of there's one statue of like a dragonborn knight. Another one is like basically a tiefling man um with a little bit of long hair um with a sword and shield raised high, and two others, which is one of them is a an elf with like a kind of like a witch hat and like um clothing, witchy clothing.
Mm.
And the fourth one is a
One sec.
hmm?
1 second. I gotta take care of something real quick.
All right, for sure. I will wait on that. Okay. Cool, cool.
Hello?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Hello?
DM, I have a question for you.
Yes. Yeah. What's up?
Does the raccoon does the raccoon benefit from max HP?
Um, benefit from max XP? I think so.
Hello?
Yeah, because
Yes.
I'm back.
all right,
Oh,
cool.
welcome back. All right. Cool. All right. So, the last statue, um, is basically a tabaxi. Uh, basically has like roguish clothing, and on the side they have what looks like to be vials, and this one is basically posing to actually throw like a one of the big vials, and um they have like a rapier on the side. This is a statue, by the way. Um, and their face is kind of like contorted and is like kind of like heroic pose as you walk in, and Rena kind of like nods. these are the statues of the the first people that established this guild. Uh,
Okay. Do they have names?
those kind of like hmm. The one, the elf, her name's Beatrice. Beatrice. Um, Sharphand. Um, the tiefling. What was the name? Ah, yes. Claudia. Jaeger. Claudia Osland Jaeger. Though she's called Zero. Quote with quotations. Zero. Um, you also notice that the Tabaxi has like kind of like a cloak. That's basically the hood is off though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The Dragonborn then looks over at Thrash. That's his great great grandfather.
Oh, we have legacy here. That's neat.
Thrash kind of like puffs up his chest. Yeah, me. uh, and then looks over at at the statue of the Dragonborn. Yes. I mean that is that is Sir Draco Flare. As we of course everybody just calls him by his last name, Draco Flare. The Drake the of Drake of Drakeon. Um, and then looks over at the Tiefling one. That one is of course uh that's kind of like things for a bit. As memory serves, in history class is yes, he's the progenitor of this whole guild. Last name is Emerald. Yes. Um. Michaela's. 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 Yeah, Emerald. He
I take
came.
it. I take it all these guys are no longer around nowadays.
No, they've long gone, and according to uh history and lore, that they have they have these like tombs dedicated to them. Mm. Somewhere beneath this this establishment.
Oh, so like a mausoleum or something?
Yeah, you can say that.
Okay, cool. Now, this is the main headquarters of the Emerald Lions, right?
Yeah, this is the main quarters, and she walks you through this like ornate like hallway, and she says that.
Definitely a lot of green in here.
Well, looks
Hence the name, so it makes sense.
well. If it weren't for well these four we wouldn't have all of this. And
Right, I'll do my best to be a bit more respectful. Sorry about that.
no and basically you're fine. Um she kind of like nods and kind of like turns around and stands and has her hands in her pockets. Nods.
Okay, so since you're technically the one in charge of the facility, that means you're the one in charge of all well, the training regimens and stuff to get people acclimated to what it's like to be in the Emerald Lion, right?
Yes, yes. Um, we
So is this one of those things where I have to stay here for every little session, or am I allowed to go home?
well, you are allowed to go home. Um, but yeah, so you could choose to stay here for them or just go home and just relax.
But I just have to make sure to be back here for the next session, right?
Right. Yes. Yes. Um, there will be about 2 to 3 sessions. Um,
All
to
right, sounds great. So, I personally, well, I already told you my reasoning for wanting to come here, right?
yeah, you would like to know more about magic and how to uh, you know uh, control your magic. Am I correct?
That's part of it, yeah. So who do I talk to about that?
um, kind of like things for a bit. We do have we do have a sorceress. You could probably talk to her. Uh, uh, her name is Lakoa. So just you know, I'll talk to her about having you and uh answer some questions for you if you want. And teach you. Yeah, she's also a sorcerer.
All right. Is she here now?
She won't be here until let's see tomorrow. Because she'll be back by tonight. But knowing her, she might have to wanting us to sleep and rest.
Ah, gotcha. So,
Mm.
uh, what do you want us to do in the meantime now that we're here?
Well, if you want me to give you a tour, or just hang out around and you could explore and you could do anything in your free time as long as it's not harmful.
I'm pretty sure none of us here will be able to is willing to do anything like that.
I'm pretty sure.
Surprise.
The raccoon kind of like at this point it's sleeping now on Argus's head,
Mhm.
and Rena nods at that. Um, and then says, "Oh, did I tell you that my name was Rena Waybright?"
Uh, you mentioned Rena. I don't think you ever mentioned the name Way Bright.
Oh yeah, so my last name is Waybright. Um, I think what a few of my ancestors they helped out with this. Um,
I guess I guess they're keeping up with the tradition and keeping up with the family business and whatnot, right?
mhm. So, if you like, you can explore, or I could give you a tour. It's your choice. And basically like crosses her arms a bit. So what you be doing?
Well, is there anything else in this mansion that seems of particular interest that would be cool for us to see? I know you mentioned a mausoleum, but that's a mausoleum. Not really much else to be said about that. That seems like more top
Mhm.
secret type things. And I
Mhm.
think for people who are just starting out, they might need to wait a bit before they get to see something that grandeur.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I guess we can just see the basic facilities like beds, bathrooms, how the kitchen works. Oh
Okay.
yeah, how is the kitchen? I'm actually curious about the kitchen.
Oh,
I'm very curious about the kitchen.
you just like you see like basically do like the whole like the pan zoom into his face when he says the word kitchen. For the kitchen. For the kitchen. um, where you're like, oh yeah, we do have a enormous kitchen. It's normally for the chefs and whatnot, but you can also look. I don't mind. And she kind of like um is like follow me and just basically goes and like leads you deep into the the mansion like emerald place.
Hmm.
And she she walks. She's like you pass by a couple of things. She just like points them out. Those are the beds. Those is and then you see some other individuals kind of like coming and going. They're some of them are kind of like look over to look at the sleeping raccoon on top of Ogress's head. Others be like, oh, uh, half are cool, like or like cool. They're tiefling, awesome. Yeah. So
Awaits the
hmm?
raccoon.
Hmm?
Agresta awaits the raccoon's commands.
Yes. And she's like, so these are the dorms. And then she can like the adventures can like wave at Rena. Hey, boss. Rena's like, uh, hey, just waves casually. Yeah, basically greeting people on her way. And then she shows you where the cafeteria is, where the kitchen is. Um, yeah, she's like, you see the grandeur looking kitchen in the back of the cafeteria. And she's like, "Oh, this is our steam kitchen." You just see like a bunch of like cooks doing uh fancy like food work, and as your uh you know like the of the cutlery and you hear like a chop chop of onions or chop chop of like and just there's yeah, it's pretty busy in the kitchen. Uh, she's like, this is our grand kitchen.
That is pretty big. I guess they're all prepared for the lunchtime rest.
Yeah, yeah. Um, we have, I believe, and then just goes and just kind of like not shouts, more like calls on one. Let me like uh uh Manuel. Oh, actually no, Emmanuel. Like Emmanuel. Yeah, what's up? What's up, boss? What's for what's for lunch today? Ah, we've got some cheese stuffed ravioli with mac and cheese and well, there's some rice on the side and uh let's see, smoked beef.
Mhm.
Interesting. We also have another second option. Let's see. Um yes, shrimp salad with the side of spinach soup.
Oh,
Interesting. Thanks, Emmanuel. Ah, you're welcome, boss. It just goes and just goes. There you see. This chef is a drow guy. With silver hair. His eyes are kind of like this golden, and he's pretty tall. He's like about 7 feet. He's just like um the with his dexterity kind of like goes and grabs the chopped onions and just put them in like a pot. Uh, he's wearing that like extra like chef um outfit. Um, and he looks at you. He's like, "Is this our new recruits, boss?" And Rena's like, yeah, these are new recruits. And and Chef Emmanuel is like, good luck on your tests.
Appreciate that.
And he kind of like salutes and everything, and just goes back to his to his cooking.
Hmm.
Gotta love the team, says Rena. And so you guys are, what are you guys are doing in the kitchen?
Uh, After observing the kitchen, Odd is pretty much just gonna be like, okay, cool. This is a very nice establishment, much bigger than the kitchen that we got. So, I guess he'll just talk to the head chef.
Hmm?
And, well, actually, first, is there any spots available to say work in the kitchen?
You just see like a kind of like a gruff looking fur bog, right? The girl fur bog with like dark hair and like these light green eyes. Um, she's like about 8 feet, and she looks at you. She's like, yeah, I'm the head chef. Head chef. Uh, well, she's like, oh, yes, I'm the head chef, and just yes, there is a few open slots for newcomers if you want. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and so looks at you. Are you interested?
Uh, Maybe a bit just to test the water, see how things are, if you don't mind.
We surely don't mind. And you're more than welcome to come join us. So what are your abilities for as a chef? What can you do?
Are you asking Orgrass or are you asking me?
For both of you guys.
Oh, well, for me, I'm good for. I used to run a tavern, in the middle of town called the Masonry Tavern. So I pretty much have some skill in most things. Although most of it is for brewing things. Like I can make a really nice drink.
Ooh. Yeah.
In fact, I could potentially probably make one right now.
Oh, really? Oh, ooh, demonstration, she says. She kind of like claps her hands and like the chef's kind of like glance over. Um, show
In
us, show
fact,
us.
I'll try to make one up right on the spot right now. So he goes over to where he assumes is the brewing supplies are,
Mhm. Okay.
and he's gonna attempt to make something called the Emerald Lion.
Ooh, okay. All right. So, uh, that would be drink. Okay. Um, let's see what's
That'd
level
be
two.
brewers supplies,
Yeah,
right?
brew supplies. Yeah,
Brewer
Yep.
tools.
brew
And you'd add
supplies.
proficiency to that.
Um,
You,
and
you just need to give him a specific stat, and he can add that plus his proficiency modifier.
okay. So actually, yeah, give me sleight of hand while you're like doing that. You're preparing. You're doing the thing. Ogrest, what are you doing at the moment? At this moment.
Ogrest is waiting to get trays for lunch, so that
Alright.
he may grab 2 trays and place them down for him and Grumach to eat.
Okay.
Can I roll with advantage?
Yeah, yeah, because yeah, it's like they want you to succeed.
Okay. So with the what's my proficiency bonus? Proficiency bonus is
We only have +3 right now because we're level 5.
Yeah.
so that's an 11.
All right.
Ooh,
So you're brewing. Um, you kind of fumble with it. But it's not that great. But you know, it's something, so you fumble, uh, fumble a little bit, but then basically you start to brew it and you start to prepare it, and it's a little bit messy, but not too much. As you kind of like finish up with that. So what does this look like? Uh, what does it look
Well,
like?
what you got is a very messy looking glass of what looks like uh some form of melon liqueur,
Mhm.
but there wasn't that much melon liqueur in it. So whatever he had, he put that along with some mint flavored liqueur and some kale and some spinach and some lime juice and let's see what else would probably go with that. Some absinthe
Oh, okay.
and he attempted to garnish it with like a lime swath. So he'll take like the lime peel, attempt to attempt to get a peel off of it, but he got too much of the flesh on it, and wipes the rim of the
Ooh.
glass with the lime
Mhm.
oils, twists the skin, and drops it in. And it's like, this is a very green drink. It's my first time making it, so it's not really the best, but hopefully I got it right. But I think of calling it, after I fine tuned it a few times, the Emerald Lion.
Huh. And like the chefs kind of like they pause it for a bit after you're done, and they kind of do the whole like clap, do the clap after you're done with it, and then the head chef, the Furbog, she's like, ah, interesting. Mind if I try it?
Uh, sure, by all means. I could love to take some pointers.
Okay. She goes and gingerly like grabs it and starts to drink it a bit. Um,
You hear one of the other chefs off in the corner go like, "Bullshit!"
yes, and she drinks it and uh, let me see how that goes.
Mhm. A three.
Um, the first gulp, she's like a little bit like with the little face a little bit, but then as she like keeps drinking, uh, like the other half, huh? She puts it down. Very interesting flavor. Uh, very interesting composition. I don't hate it. I like it. And you could give me an insight to see if you could tell some
Oh,
emotions,
it's second.
yeah, with her face and stuff.
That's a 12.
So you notice and Ogras notices both of you know it's kind of like she tries to be nice to you, um but you could tell that she did not like it. I appreciate the idea. That's the truth. I appreciate the idea. Maybe if you can practice this more. She kind of like raises her eyebrows a little bit at you.
Oh yeah, sure, I can practice it sure, more, no problem. I was thinking of actually putting a little bit of kiwi in there instead of using some kale. But then again, it's like, well, you need the nutritional balance of the kale. Maybe cut back a little bit on the absence or the mint liqueur, something like that. Maybe put cucumber, maybe some refreshing in there.
He just starts rambling at that point. But then another chef off in the back goes, "Hey, yo, your drink is trash!"
Yeah, in the background, and then the head chef just like glares at the one that shouted and be like, "Yo, be quiet." He's just merely starting in this kitchen. You respect
Sorry,
others.
chef. Sorry, chef. Didn't mean that. But just just make sure it was known. Drink is trash,
Just
kid.
call it as I see it. Just call it as I see it.
Well, I give you a talk when we're done, chef. Uh, Chef Iggy.
Yes, chef.
Oh, well, that was bound to happen. It's no big deal.
Starts twiddling his thumbs.
And she kind of like puts her hands on uh Oz's shoulders a bit and plays with like a smile on her face. And she looks at him. She's like, "It's okay. No, you do good with practice. I understand."
Thanks. I appreciate that. Uh, Actually, I think I'm gonna try to take another crack at it, if you don't mind.
I don't mind actually. It's refreshing. And
All right. So let's get to. All right. Let me try it again.
mhm.
This time he does the exaggerated, like, how you fold your fingers backwards and you
Yeah,
crack it a little bit, like, all right, I'm about to go put in some work.
yeah.
He's gonna try it again.
Alright, and you see like the chefs like are done with the food and they go over uh into the doors into the cafeteria and just Orgra sees there's food being like put on top of the counters and stuff. Um,
Ogre's gonna go ahead and get up and grab two trays.
two trays, okay. You get you're probably the first one there. But there's people starting to slowly line up, and like, oh God, food, yeah, okay. And you kind of see some people kind of like waft in, um, and you see like chefs hat with people's chef hat basically put like food on like the little like burner and stuff, and then start to set up the napkins and the spoons and um cups and basically uh someone from the back kind of like goes and wheels in like a keg of ale, and another one that's basically a see-through kind of like container with water, and another one that's like basically the other container what looks like to be like this pink drink.
Pink drink.
Yeah, pink drink.
Talking Starbucks, we got that pink drink.
Pink drink.
That is
Pink drink that you look closer. There's lemons in it.
mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
and
yeah. Ogres is just gonna go ahead and grab the two plates. Nothing alcoholic either. Just grab the two plates, sit down, place them down on the table, and take up two seats as he proceeds to grab the raccoon and sit him properly in one of the seats.
okay, so you do that. The raccoon is still sleeping. But like
Mm-hmm.
you kind of get stares from the some stares, not all of them, some stares um for the raccoon from a couple people, but like, is that a raccoon? Is that a bear raccoon? That's so cute.
His name is Rumors.
Oh, that that's a cool name. Is it orc? Says one uh what looks to be a UNT person nearby you.
Smile as I set his utensils next to his plate.
Hmm. And you look at and be like, okay, and just goes to the line and just get some food. Um, as anyways, you go. You're the first one. You're the first one in line, and um, there's these people that kind of like serving the food. And so what was on the menu? Let that that Chef Emmanuel will be like telling everybody. Um, they serve that. You want this or you want that? And just basically they name the foods.
Yeah, yeah. He doesn't go for the shrimp. He goes for the other one, the
O-
first one.
Okay. So so they go and pour and like two plates for big orc like you, or just somebody else.
One for me and one for Grumash.
Yes. And just goes and just it gives you the food and pours it on there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like, oh, enjoy, enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
And you go over to the table. Um, as you go to the table, you sit down. As you sit down, going back to Odd. What'd you get?
I'm here. He's gonna go ahead and attempt to drink again.
Okay. Give me a
So,
sleight of hand with advantage this time because she's doing these encouraging like gestures and stuff. Like,
all right. So that's the 17 plus the proficiency bonus. That's a dirty 20.
wow, okay. So, um, as you
All right. So now I can go ahead and describe the process.
yes.
Go ahead and get yourself some. Go ahead and get yourself a nice chilled glass. Make
Mhm.
sure it's filled up with some crushed ice.
Mhm. 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 Mhm.
All
Mhm.
right. In the mixing tin, you
Mhm.
put in. I'm about to say a 2 ounces of melon liqueur, and then let's say like an ounce of absinthe, half an ounce of mint liqueur.
Mhm.
You're gonna put in some lime juice in there. Put in some cucumber soda if you
Oh.
got cucumber sodas or something like that.
Oh.
Uh, little bit of kiwi juice.
Mhm.
Put it all in the mixer. Make sure there's ice in there. Go in and shake it up. Shake it up all real nice and whatnot.
Mhm.
And then you can go ahead and after you finish shaking it up for the recommended amount of time, you strain the glass into the cool glass with the crushed ice and whatnot.
Mhm.
You make sure that there's some sprigs, like little sprigs of like mint in there. Mix it around a little bit. Rim the glass with a rim the glass with a lime,
Mhm.
and garnish it with said lime.
Oh.
And there you go, the Emerald Lion.
Oh. She like basically with Odd was like with a flair like with confidence does that with great confidence. She's like she claps her hands like chefs look over one of his like wow that's cool. Everybody claps. And then um she kind of like says um very impressive. um and um and she goes over. Mind if I also taste it? Taste it?
I would be honored, chef.
And she like gives you a bow and gingerly grabs the cup. Her hands are big, but like yeah, she gingerly like try to grab it and just um drinks it. Um, I'm not gonna roll for this because of the roll. And she drinks it. And you can tell that her face kind of like goes from like oh like like the like eyes widening a bit, then drops the glass. It's like halfway full, and puts it on the table. She's like, I love it. Ah,
Wait,
wow,
you do?
yeah, there's some great potential here. She says.
Thanks, chef. I greatly appreciate it. And then as Odd is bowing, he does take like a slight glare
Mhm.
at the person that said that the drink was trash,
Chef
and then
Iggy.
gives him the at who?
Chef Iggy.
Chef Iggy.
Yeah, Iggy.
Okay, he's gonna look at Chef Iggy,
Mhm.
and then give him the quote unquote the Anya smile face.
Anya smile. I gotta look.
My-
I gotta look that up.
Yeah, the one that she makes when she's like, "Oh, I got insulted. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna put on this smile real quick." When she first meets Damien and be like, "Heh," that smug face that she makes.
Oh, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
he looks he looks and he's like, let me see if his the equilibrium is shaken for him. Yes, yes. He's like, oh, ah, uh, uh,
I'm like this cocky motherfucker over here. He makes one good drink and think he's like the top dog around. Okay, I see you. I got you. I
he
got you.
he's like,
Your days are marked odd.
oh god,
But
oh god, is it? Hold on, I found the smile.
your days are numbered, and it's gonna be odd.
Odd numbered. Oh god. Okay. Download, and here I'll show you. Oh god.
Don't mind the trash panda that just happens to be in general stuffs.
Trash panda general. Yeah, I may be trash, but that means I'm someone's treasure. Oh my god. That is
Damn,
hilarious.
motivational raccoon really be hitting different.
Uh, Motivational Grumash.
That's right. Okay.
Motivational guru.
Motivation Gurmash. Gurmash sounds activate. Okay. So.
Grumash one day becomes a monk just to be motivational.
That could happen. I don't know. Who knows? So she's like, "You are for sure hired. Now my name is you can call me Sophia.
Wait, your name is Sophia?
Yes.
Uh, Odella Messenger of the Messenger Tavern. But you can call me Odd.
And nods and bows. My pleasure. Yeah. And she's like, "You're hired." Hired. Um. So that is how Odd got hired as a chef. Um. Meanwhile, with August. August, you're on the table. You have the food and the. Let me see. With the whiff or with the smell of the food. Hold on. With a minute. All right. So with the food, the raccoon wakes up. Gromage wakes up and he sniffs the food and his ears perk up, tail swishing. He climbs on top of the table and he basically tackles one of the food. Um,
I do as the raccoon does.
yes. You're just waiting for the raccoon. Um, like, nom nom, like the raccoon, um, and you guys are, and then give me perception as you're like kind of like eating the food. To see if you see anybody in your corner of your eye.
Yeah, let's see. Perception, perception.
Mhm, mhm, mhm,
Uh, Perception. I have not. been taking any proficiency in that. 17.
Okay. So you see the corner of your eye, kind of like some people are are no are basically watching you. Some of them have their jaw open wide, like oh god. While others you see in the corner eye, you notice um you notice a kind of like a cloaked figure in the in the corner somewhere. Uh,
Hmm.
trying to uh watch you, but at the same time, kind of like also keeping to themselves.
Is it more Grumashes in a trench coat?
No, sadly.
Uh,
And you see them. They have their eyes are kind of like you notice like there's like a shifting of a little bit of red in there. Um,
mhm.
and they seem to be with that hood. You can see just part of their face a little bit. They seem to be like this light tan, and you see that their hands are kind of like slim and slender. Though they have like a scar in the bridge of their nose that they you've seen a little bit of it. Uh, they seem to be frowning at the moment. Though that's what you see.
Mhm.
Someone with a about about a purple coat, purple robe.
Alright, let's see. Ogress. Well, I'm assuming Ogress will be able to finish his food if he follows the raccoon's path.
Mhm.
Uh, and so he finishes food, and then he's going to look at this individual. You seem lonely. Tell me the story.
The person, hooded cloaked person, kind of like shifts their gaze at you. You see, um, their two eyes now.
Mhm.
They're um, they're it's unreadable, and they just slowly stand up,
I
and
don't know how to make some.
and you and you basically hear them say, kind of like a feminine voice, and say, "I doubt that you uh, I doubt that you be able to believe what stories I can tell."
Yeah, even still, it's always fun to share a good story. I doubt you'd understand half the things I say. I mean, I'm partnered with Brewmaster, of which I've only met this morning, and I already believe all this.
Hmm. Hmm. I
Which
see.
he means in both literal and figurative senses, as he believes in the raccoon's tale, and also stories that have been told in Raccoon.
Hmm. Well, some stories that are very out of your mind, and that's for another time. And she basically uh, um wave their hand in front of them, and they're gone. And as that happens, Odd comes back.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Odd comes back. You see that slight moment of a cloaked person, that cloaked person, just about 2 to 3 seconds, and then they just wave their hand, they just disappear. And they were nearby Argrass.
Well, that was fun.
And
Uh, did I miss something?
I asked these individuals to tell me their stories, and they just ran away. Maybe ran away. I'm not really sure. All I know is that Groomash seemed very pleased with the food today.
the
Huh.
Kurmash is like eating, looks up at Odd, and then goes back to eating. Makes raccoon noises. Um,
Maybe their story wasn't really all that interesting to tell, and they felt embarrassed and ran off. That happens sometimes.
hmm.
Suppose it seek stories as Groomashes.
Kurmashes makes like more raccoon noises.
What?
If only any of us could speak with animal.
Wait, what's Brewmaster's story?
I'm not quite sure. He refuses to speak English.
Hmm.
Does he write?
Don't think so. He's just a raccoon.
He has like a minus four in intelligence.
yeah.
Either that or an actual four intelligence.
I mean, they could, right?
He's got minus four to intelligence, as he has a three in intelligence.
Okay, so if he has a -4 in intelligence, if he rolls a 20, at most he's a 16. He could potentially write.
Potentially.
You want me to have him roll in intelligence?
You could certainly try.
Yeah, for real. Do we want to help him and give him advantage?
I mean,
I don't know.
if you
I don't
want.
see how I can actually help in this situation unless you want me
Yeah,
to cast. Unless you want me to cast a spell in which we all know what happens when that occurs.
no. What we're going to see here is you're going to see Ogras essentially use the utensils as a writing tool as he gives the help advantage or help action to Grumash
oh.
to give the advantage from a -2 to a 2.
this is great. This is great.
This is amazing.
okay, so Gurmash doesn't know how to like they tilt their head like
Mm-hmm.
shrugs and basically like they don't comprehend what they don't comprehend yet. Um, so as you do that, uh,
Nope,
the
I tried.
hmm?
Well, we appreciate the fact that you tried.
Mhm.
That's all that matters. Well,
Mm-hmm.
the thing that I came here to do today isn't gonna be here till tomorrow, so I'm pretty much just gonna go ahead and just go about my business and I guess eat because I haven't eaten anything yet. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that,
Okay.
and then I guess help out with the kitchen for a bit before I have to go back to the tavern.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay.
I don't want Eternia to think that I'm just gonna be abandoning her or anything like that. It's just gonna be for moments in which, like, if I don't have class, then I can go home. But if I do have class, then I'm most likely staying here. I think that's how I'm gonna play it.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Very
And
well. Meanwhile, I shall do as Grumash commands. Maybe he'll do something interesting throughout the day.
Wait, you're gonna listen to the raccoon?
Elgrass is just staring at the raccoon heavily, sort of toning you out a bit.
the Grimash finally like finishes eating and he just starts to run around across the table.
Alright, maybe not listening too heavily. And then I'm just gonna grab the Grumash and put him back on my head.
and he just like just makes like more raccoon noises and then starts to basically like you know dance on top of his head.
hmm
Well, actually, now that you're here, there was something else that was kind of like curious about.
Mm.
Well, you see,
First one.
I'm kind of a bit scrawny, you know,
All right.
and those fights with the fight with the happened the other day with the bandits, it kind of woke me up to realize something. I'm not really all that much of a combatant.
But not a physical one for sure.
No, that's true, not that. But
Mhm.
I don't want to seem like a wimp, you know?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So
All
I
right.
I guess what I'm trying to ask is there some way you can kind of help me out with that?
All right. Fair enough. Ogress is gonna look you up and down, and then think about it. There are two ways of doing this. The first is the path of the martial, in which we tone our bodies and train vigorously to create a perfect physique. He then flexes. The second is the
Flex.
path of you is the path of the magic user. You know, you guys can learn like illusory spells, and you can always make yourself look like it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that spell part, considering what happened last time I used spells.
Yes, that's not exactly the greatest outcome.
Like I'm not
So to
against
the
using.
gym it is.
Uh, what's a gym?
It is where you go and use heavy equipment and materials in order to push your muscles to their limits and make them grow.
As you say that, you see in the background, this shirtless, human guy with sunglasses and starts to flex. He's like, with like a little bit of a low cut. You're like, guys, look at my muscles.
uh, can
In the
Duke Handsome just follow in after him?
yes.
Yeah, muscles, number one action hero style.
Except he doesn't have the guns. He just has like the.
Oh, he's got guns, all right. Starts flexing.
Starts to flex. They just start to flex in the background.
Yeah.
I don't think I need muscles that big.
You
I just
see,
want to be able to, look better than I am and also, tank a hit, I guess.
oh,
Oh yeah, don't worry. Those muscles are more so A for show and B musculature competition.
mhm,
If you just want basic survival, a very nice lean toe is what we want. Something more dexterous than strength.
mhm, and
That'll work.
you just also see in the background the same big muscles guy has his pegs kind of like starts to dance and bounce,
Mm-hmm.
and people just like go around like, oh, that's nice pecs. Like the girls
We
over.
hear it's about drive, it's about power.
Oh.
Some jerk literally comes in with a thing of cheese and starts grating cheese on their abs. Oh
Yeah.
my god, you actually could grate cheese on their abs!
It's great. Did you guys get inspiration yet?
No, I'm more so weirded out than inspired.
And like
All right.
you just see someone in the background be like writing down some notes. He's like, "This is great stuff."
I'm glad somebody likes it.
I should write a fanfic about this. You see them, you hear them like in the background.
So when did we start?
I was
Mhm.
glad off to do a little bit of a workout. You can join me.
Mhm.
Uh, sure. Yes. Yes. I am confident. I am confident. I'm doing good with confidence today. I am confident I can do this. Let's do it. Let's do this all grass workout.
All right.
Mhm. Mhm.
All right. So
And
Aggressive is going to go ahead and head off and look for a gym.
alright, as you're about to head off to a gym, um, you kind of like you're about to walk in. You're about to walk out, and dexterity as the door kind of like opens. Like should like
All right,
further
dex
the
save.
deck safe, please. Yes. As well as is odd. Yeah, is odd with him.
Odd is rolling deck save.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Odd got a 4.
Oh.
I got an 11.
All right. Okay. So, Ogres sees the door door open before Odd.
Hmm.
Burst out open. I guess you just stand you get out of the way. Um and
I mean, if you want, Ogress could be the one on the opening on the side of the opening door,
mm,
while Odd is on the other door side.
from the cafeteria. Sorry, from the cafeteria.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm assuming it's like two doors.
Yeah.
Mm.
So the doors burst open. Um
And Odd gets hit in the face by the door.
yeah, gets hit by by the door. Maybe kind of like wobbles back and then bumps into um a kind of like a 5 foot lizard folk with gear and they're just on the door like shouting, guys.
Ow!
You've done
there's
you mind
there's uh
looking through.
there's a well what's they call it oh jeez what's it called right, there's a wyvern loose out in the yard.
Yeah, dragon fighting.
uh Let me like it just came out from the lab and it's just it's basically like panicking and as he says that uh what do you so you say he says that and you basically audience just hears as I call the session.
So,
Alrighty, you got things on my head.
so essentially, what happened is, as they're about to go to the gym, Odd is like, I guess, rambling about like
Mhm.
potentially what could happen at the gym,
Mhm.
and then he gets hit in the face by the door, gets knocked back a few couple inches and or feet,
Mhm.
Hmm.
and all he heard like as he's recovering from like having this nose getting
Mhm.
busted is the phrase, "There's a wyvern in the yard."
Yes. And then this song just you actually hear I guess a bard in the and in the thing basically just to be continued.
Do the JoJo song.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. um.
You know that whenever that song is there, a Figaro is in the distance.
Mhm,
Yes.
yeah, I think he's just in the lunchroom playing a song.
You look back, he then disappears.
Hmm. That makes two people now.
Yeah. So that is the session, guys. And
Hmm.
audience, that is our session for today. Hopefully, let's see what happens next session, and stuff, and see y'all later on the next episode of Other Siders.
Hmm.
Woohoo! Bye.
Yep.
Dear, dear diary, there's a wyvern in the yard.
My milkshake brings all the wyverns to the yard. Yeah.
You just see like a burb, like a burb, like flying around. Just see that.
Yeah, he reads poetry, so like he's just there singing his next poetry, like reading the next piece of bird poetry and singing a Christmas song.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's read Edgar Allan Poe and he's saying Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and the 12 Days of Christmas. I have
He
the 12 Days of Christmas just memorized.
Uh,
Is he also gonna quote the Raven Nevermore?
Nevermore.
Yes, he will.
Alright.
Sweet.